Shut up and sit down.
Oh, mate.
There you go. Have you a bit of that? That was quick, Dave, wasn't it? Eh? Hey,
It was. It was. It was.
Literally said to him, about to hit the button, Dave. Yes. Hello, folks. Colin here, Festa 67's workshop, and the airy cornflake himself.
It's me, Dave, and I've had a haircut, so I'm not that airy now.
Yeah, I thought you'd had your ears lowered, mate. Yeah, looking a bit dapper there, mate. Did you shave me any?
We've had a trim round here, and we've had this done as well.
Did you shave me any, mate? I've got a big hole in mine.
No, she said she's going to sell it off to Madame Tussauds because they haven't got this particular shade.
Oh, right, yeah, because they want to do a new wax work of the king, didn't they? Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Anyway, folks, getting the pimpage out of the way first, and then we'll get on. If you want to help support the channel and keep it going and keep the content coming, you can head over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or you can click the join button below this or any of my other videos, become a channel member. Get yourself a nice set of sexy icons, Spanianas and all of that lot, and you get to have access to the Zoom 24/7 off-air hangout, folks. So you get all of that. If you want to get our attention in the chat, do an @Festa67's workshop or an @Model Maker Dave's workshop. That puts our name in a nice little gold rectangle, shows up that it's an important comment, or if you want, click the $sign. Whop in a super chat, you get a big old box with your message in, a bit of on-screen. Guitar. Use some of that.
Nice.
There you go. So I've got to drag the chat over and have a looky-loo to see who's in. So let's do that. Pardon me. First in, excuse me, we had Atoll McNichol. Says, so first in, choice of seats to sit on. Impressive, say I must, and look forward to the show as outside weather is distasteful again. Hi, guys. Hello, Al. How you doing?
Hello, Al.
Edie's in, saying hello. Smurf Stockyard, how you doing, geezer?
Smurf.
Jackie's in, Jacqueline Crochet Art, saying hello, everyone. Hello, darling. How you doing? Al says hi to Smurf, Dolk and Jackie. Hope all are well. Dorkosaurus has sneaked in as well. Hello, Dorks. How you doing, mate?
Hello.
Lovely to see you in. Dominic Cuckoo is in, saying good afternoon. Hello, mate.
Hello,
Dave, question. Quick, get in before Atoll does.
Oh, yeah, question. Right, so what is about to or has gone into your bellies? What you got on your benches? And most important, what is your beverage of choice whilst watching this show as we speak?
Good choice. Belly, bench, and beverage, folks. Atoll says, oh my God, he says, God's yo-yo has made an appearance after days of overcast and rain-soaked lands up and down the UK. This is something of an omen, better days, or we'll face what America has been having. Yeah, faults for the folks in Scotland and America that are currently flooded and going through bad weather events. So stay safe out there, folks, and our thoughts are with you because it's not pleasant. Not this time of year, and if it's all any time of year, is it?
Well, it's never really good, is it?
There's a lot more weird weather events going on, Dave, isn't there? And it's a bit, it's a bit David Icke, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, God.
Do you remember him? He lost me, mate. He lost me when he said the Queen Mother was a lizard. Up until then, I kind of got the whole climate thing, but he lost me then. You know?
Yeah, I think. Hang on, what's he on about? How'd you work that out?
Yeah, it went a bit John Travolta Scientology film, didn't it? It went a bit down that road, and it's like, you had me on climate, I can see that, but you're now saying there's lizards dressed as people walking around amongst us.
Do you think he'd been watching too much Doctor Who?
I think he'd been on the old shrooms, mate, myself, but there you go.
Or the wacky mushrooms.
Well, he went from being grandstand presenter and perfectly normal to turning up on Wogan in the Dayglow turquoise shell suit, thinking he was Lucifer, didn't he? And it was like, what's that all about?
Yeah.
But anyways, Dorkosaurus is in, saying balding people. Hello, mate. How you doing? James is in at JC Bricks and Builds. He says, afternoon, Colin, Dave and everyone in chat. Festa hugs, Dave hugs, and big hugs from Shania. Lulu also says hi to everyone as here at ours for the day. Hello, Shania. Hello, Lulu.
Hello,
all right, my darlings. And Lulu, it's James's fault, love. Al says hi to James.
His fault.
Yeah. Absolutely. Ross is in. Scale Model Ninja says afternoon all. Hello, geez. How you doing?
Oh, Ross.
Dominic saying hello to everyone. Bobbins is in saying greetings. Hello, Bobbins. How you doing, mate? Matthew Ward is in. Says afternoon, ladies. Afternoon, mate. Lovely to see you. Paul Christopher's in. Says afternoon, fellow modelers. Hello, Paul. How you doing? John Bales is in. He says, good morning from Oregon. Oh, Oregon, the other side of the pond. Hello, my friend. How you doing? Welcome to our inane world of Rivel. We are as nuts as we think we are. If it's your first time in, we are doing... I'm building the Ryefield Sherman.
And I'm building one of them. So
we'll be heading down to the bench in a minute to have a looky-loo at where we are now that I've found my photo etch, but that's a story for when the bench cam's on. Paul Christopher, coffee, cream tea, to me a P34 six-wheeled racer. That's the old Tyrrell, isn't it? Yeah, I got one of them in there, mate. Yeah. Nice little kit. Nice little kit that was, mate. At least I think it's in there.
I think I've got one of them in the stash somewhere.
Is it in there? No, I've got Mansell's car. Where the hell did I put my Tyrrell? No, it is in there somewhere. I'll have a look later. I've had one of them where I keep losing models, mate. It's next door in the cabinet. That's why I can't see it. Jeff is in. Candygram for Mongo. Says hi to Festa, Dave and everyone in chat. Belly is his first good morning coffee. One of many, mate. You want to get one of those big cat pals that Abby used to drink in NCIS, mate. That'll get you going. Just imagine Jeff on something like that. It'd be like...
Oh, yeah, that could be a bit...
It'd be like that Doc out of Back to the Future, Christopher Lloyd, wasn't he, with the big hair? Oh, hello there, mate.
Yeah.
Get me coat. James says belly is about to be bacon rolls. Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Bench is Lego Mandalorian helmet that I built in the hangout last night, and beverage coffee. There you go. He's got his helmet out, Dave.
Playing with his helmet, is he?
Atoll says belly toasted with Welsh rarebit and pickles with a mug of Joe. Bench Necromunda terrain building on the table. It's in there. Bit of Welsh rarebit, Dave. Some of that. My missus did a beef Wellington the other week, and I hadn't had one of them donks, mate. Donkosaurus says hi to Colin and Dave. Good to see you guys. No worries, mate. He says beverage this morning. We're going to start with hot chocolate with sweet cream. Very nice. And James even says it's Daniel's fault from Lulu. Okay, mate. Lucinda is in. Lulu herself says, no, it's all James's fault. Good girl. It's always James's fault. Candy Graham says, welcome to John Bales. Yeah, I would say he's from Jeff's neck of the woods, but, you know, America is big, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It's a big land expansion.
You want to go down and get a paper, don't you? And it's a plane trip, isn't it? It's not small, is it? Let's be honest. Doc says it's Lulu. It's always James's fault. Exactly. Athol says to Jeff, is it a 20-ounce coffee? Yeah. John says thanks to Jeff. And James says hi to Jackie. There you go. Chat done, Dave, for the moment anyway. So, first question of the day. How's you? How's your week been? How's model making mum?
I'm all right. The week, or last week, was a bit...
bit scabby, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah, it was a bit, itsy bitsy, and then Friday was just...
Yeah, Friday's one of them. I want to go home. And you look at the clock, and every minute takes 1 hour, doesn't it? It's like,
Well, I managed to do 11,000 steps at work because I was backwards and forwards to the lab because we was trying to sort out a update that they wanted to put out over the weekend, and I had 6 machines to do. I managed to do 3, and the 3 just refused to take the update. So the guys were working on it when I left. I said, "Oh, I'm going home."
I've done my 11,000 steps. I've been out. Did you have the Benny Hill music going in your head as you was trotting around? Yeah.
No, I as I walked out the door, I had the Great Escape playing in my head.
Now that is a good shout.
Mum, model making mum, she's good. She's been gallivanting here, there, and everywhere, and she's been to her gatherings, and yes,
my mum had a little gaggle of mates over yesterday, and could you imagine 6 women in their 80s?
Oh God,
reminiscing, God.
Yeah. Pass round the sore throat sweets afterwards.
Oh, yeah, and my mum's there with her little stackable things with all the different bickies and cakes and all, because she loves all of that. She goes all hyacinth, Dave, when she has her guests and friends. Right? Oh, yes, with one like a scone. You know, it's like, oh, you're right there, Mum. You've got something in your throat, love. Yeah, you've got something in your throat there, love. You know. Yeah, speaking all HRH there, love. You got something come over ill? And she normally looks at me and goes, off.
Yes.
Yeah. Lucinda says, stuck with James for the day. That is such fun. Yeah. What you want to do, Lulu, is you walk up behind him like that. Give him a good old flick on the top of the lug hole, because he loves that.
Or if you really want to make him jump, do the same thing, but go for the earlobe because it's a bit more painful because it's just a bit of flesh.
Or do it in stereo. Bang, and give them both a bean. There you go. Jeff says to that, "Oh, hi, at least I save time and just put a straw in the carafe." Good man. Atal says, "Lucinda, get the Scrabble set out and invent words for James." Yeah, invent insults for James. That is good Scrabble, Atal. That is good Scrabble, actually. Use all them spare letters to insult him. Can you imagine it being like something like that's Russian for "it's your fault, James."
Yeah.
There you go. So on that note, I'm going to switch the bench cam before we get carried away.
Yes, I shall do the same, and then I'm going to disappear and make me a cup of tea.
No worries.
I haven't pulled it out yet.
Oh, Lammerkins, I thought you were sitting there with a forlorn little expression on your chops, mate. So I'll just...
Well, yeah, I just suddenly remembered that...
Oh, Lammerkins. Yeah, nice view of your belly and your elbow there, Dave. I'm so glad you had your model making shorts on then, mate. Not like that at a time when you didn't. Yeah, never forget that. I got to know Dave very intimately one night in an hangout because he flicked his feet up on the bench, Dave, didn't you?
I did.
And something may have tried to escape. We'll leave that to your imagination.
If I carry on doing this, do you think people will get seasick?
Yeah. So, right, folks, whilst Dave's making his tea then, I'll go through what I've been up to. How's that for a segue, Dave, eh?
Cool, very good segue. Oh, did you do your segue for your bits at the top of the screen?
No, I didn't, mate. That is a good point. Yes, folks, at the top of the screen there, you'll see Hobby Workshop, and over there, eModels. Obviously, I build for eModels, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. And then up in this corner is Hobby Workshop. If you look in the old description down below, if you click the affiliate link, you can save up to 25% off the RRP for all your tabletop gaming stuff. So if you're into your Warhammer or your Dungeons and Dragons, that sort of thing, hit them up, go over there and part with your hard-earned income. Use the link. I get a little kickback off of them for it, because I get a referral and you guys save 25% or up to 25% off the RRP of what you purchase. So give it a bit of thought. Head on over there and enjoy the savings. I'm doing the Ryefield Sherman, as I said earlier on. It's the one without interior. And for those out there interested, the kit number is 5028. I've been through and done all the little bits and bobs, sub-assemblies and all of that lot. And now I'm just going back through the build, hunting down bits of photo etch that need to be added now that the details are in, ready for priming or prepping for priming. And then it will leave me a couple of track runs or some track runs to do. So that's what I'm up to. So I'm going to be doing the rounds for the front lights today and then probably put some tracks in. So that's what I'm up to. What are you up to, Dave? Are you back yet, mate?
I am indeed.
There you go.
Where I am at the moment, the body shell is now nicely painted.
Nice one.
I'm now going to leave it alone and let the paint dry because I put some more on this morning.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, I saw a couple of little bits that I hadn't quite covered. So
yeah,
I went round and gave it a full inspection and we're now done. So I'm going to leave that alone because the paint is all new and a bit soft. Yeah. Carbon fibre detail work on the old rear spoiler is coming on a treat.
Nice.
It's a bit slow because I don't want to screw it up. But we get in there.
Nice one.
And the old pick it up. The old mid spoiler is done on both sides. Just got to do the trim work.
Oh, nice one.
Seats have had another coat of paint, and I'm just working on the interior tub.
Happy days, mate. Happy days. Coming along nicely by the sound of it then, mate.
Yeah, so I've got a little bit of masking to do in here.
Yeah.
And then I might actually get round to sticking a few bits on today.
Oh, you go careful.
Well, I know.
Yeah, can we have the old Dave back?
What? The slow Dave?
Yeah.
I'll slow down.
Yeah, that's what we're up to, folks. Everyone's saying hello to Panzer there, who's crept in. Hello, Panzer, mate. How you doing, geese? Who else has crept in whilst I've not been looking? No one. That's Panzer saying hello to everyone now. Lovely. So, yeah, that's what we're up to. So, yeah, got the pleasure of a bit of photo etch to start. So why not, indeed? I'll dig me files out in a minute.
I'll take it Panzer's handed his note of lateness into HR.
Yeah. Probably had a slight lay-in, bless him. So, up for parole soon, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, I might let him out at Christmas for good behaviour.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm giving it a bit of thought. Be my season of goodwill gesture. Let's have a bit of that off there. One of them has a middle section. So yeah, we got our wood. Did you order your wooden kit in the end, Dave?
Not yet. That is that will be done on the 1st of next month.
Yeah, because we're going to be doing that at Crimbo. New Year's Day is on a Sunday this year. So we'll do our regular Sunday time slot on New Year's Day. we'll do our little New Year's Day build with you.
Yep.
So keep an eye out for that. It would just be the usual Sunday show slot, and that's what we'll do. We'll do our little New Year's Day build there. So keeps it sweet. But other than that, we're doing what we did last year, Dave, ain't we? Because you got 1,000,001 people that will probably want to hog the Christmas airwaves, and we had a nice break last year, and to be honest with you, I needed it, and I'm going to stick with it. So I'm taking Christmas off. We'll do shows in December up until whichever show falls before Christmas. For me, it'll probably be the Friday Frolic will be my last show before Christmas. That'll be ours. Will be the Wednesday E-Model show, Dave, probably, won't it? So we'll do that, and then we'll be off and then until New Year's Day, because
Well,
no, we're not desperate to be on at Christmas, are we? And dare I say it, folks want Christmas to themselves. So
Christmas is time of being with family, and you don't want to watch us two idiots.
So. But you will still have your dose of Festa, because I am recording my alternative Christmas speech. So.
Oh, Lord. I will look forward to that when I come back from Model Making.
Yeah, so that'll be scheduled for release on Christmas Day, after the King's inaugural Christmas speech. You'll get an alternative one. So, I've been hoodwinked into doing it, and I said I would do it. So, why not have a laugh? So I'm going to sit and finish off the recording of that over the next few weeks or so. I want to try and keep as much relevance to it. So, but it's just going to be a bit of gooning around. Why not?
I will watch that one when I get back.
Yeah, I've got no idea what I'm going to,
Oh, I'm sure you'll think of something.
But Stefan Lars says, hello, we'll keep you guys in the corner of my eye as I'm busy doing some photoshopping. Not a problem, mate. You do with us as you please, mate. That sounded wrong, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah, but
I think you might need to revisit that one.
Yeah. But I do it with a lot of streams. I sit here at the bench, building away, and I'll have a stream on in the earpiece. And it works nice, isn't it? It's a nice bit of company sometimes, isn't it? Everyone's saying hello to Stefan. EC Idaho's in saying hello, Colin, and Zane Dave. Hello, mate. How you doing, geez? Hello, EC. Atal says, but Panzer, as North Korea is a bit on the slow side, communications-wise could be Xmas before word gets through. Exactly. But I think he's been a good little Panzer, and I might consider him for early release, Dave.
Oh, that's very generous of you.
Well, I'm a naturally very generous person, mate. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I cleaned that up, didn't I?
You did. I am super impressed.
Yeah, much better than the usual standard, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was looking for now.
Photo etch?
No, I got me photo etch. That's on the bench.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? Went looking through everything, looking for me photo etch, thinking I put it down and lost it. Didn't realise it was in the decal bag. It's like, look. But it was a good adventure, Dave, wasn't it? It was fun. And that looks a bit of a better radius, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Festa, hunting high and low.
It was good wibble, wasn't it? Well, I say wibble, it was. Really? Your pillock?
It wasn't quite a wibble.
No, it was, yeah.
It was a wibblish, if there is such a thing.
Sounded plausible to me, Dave. Apparently that goes like that. Weird little thing, isn't it?
Ooh.
So we've got a bit of that. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, excuse me. Tell we're live.
Yep.
Don't stop yawning, do I, when we're live?
No.
Yep, so that was right. Okay. Old D. Tommaso's in, says, good morning, everyone. Just woke up. He's waiting for his coffee to finish brewing. Good morning, Paul. Hope you're doing all right, mate. Love to you and Dawn. Hope you're both feeling nice and chipper on this wonderful day. We'll have them in there. Use that then for a bit of the old glue of the super kind. Say hello to Paul. Yeah, putting that on the transparency is probably not your best idea. Can't see where the bloody glue is.
Was that a wibble?
Yeah, that's just me telling myself, Diamond.
No, let's try that again.
Let's use one of my baby cutting mat cutters. That makes a bit more logical sense to me. Yeah, I used that word, Dave. Logic,
You know what,
logical and sense.
I am so glad I am sat down because I would have been on the floor by now. Right. If you put your magnifiers down, it would make it even bigger so you could see what you're doing.
Ross is saying hello to James and that. Oh, how are you this wonderful morning, young Ross? Put them in there. This is where I go dropsies now. I can see it. I can see it.
No, don't do that.
Oh, the concentration, eh?
I know.
Scary, isn't it, Dave?
Especially on a Sunday morning. It's almost terrifying.
Yeah. Let's put a big enough dab on there. Yeah, try not to super glue the tweezers to your hand. You're a tit. You're rotten, you are. Oh, want that. Stick that to your finger, Cop. Yeah, leave it over there, Cop. That went well. Dominic says, I use super glue tattoo ink cups. Yeah, good for you, mate. Good for you. I've got, believe it or not, mate, I've got a load of them McDonald's tomato sauce things, but I've put them away somewhere, mate.
Ah, you've put them away and you can't find them,
Yeah.
can you?
So for the moment, I've got a couple of little cutting mat offcuts that I've got laying around in the drawer there. So one I use for super glue. The other one, if I've got a solvent or something, I use for that. So but that's so tiny, I can't see that. Just hold that into place. Sorry, I'm off shot. And then give that a kick. Like that. But yeah, I've got, oh, look at that. Put that down a minute. Yeah, I might have spotted. Oh yeah, there they are. Them bad boys, see?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's a good spot, that. Keep forgetting I've got them little drawers up there. But yeah, them little bad boys, they're good then. I like it. Put it on the top. He says, putting it back over there because I've got a big blob on the cutting mat. So,
Yeah, I've not had a burger like that for ages.
what's that, mate?
Well, it wouldn't be a Mickey D's, it'd be a BK, but I've not had a Burger King for ages.
McLeish's in. Saying afternoon delinquents. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Dorcas says, be right back. He needs his coffee. McLeish says, Wilkinson, what are you on, me handsome? I am doing my Riffield Sherman, my friend. My big old Sherman tank there. Look at that. Yeah. I very nearly said something then. But yeah, so that's what I'm up to, mate. And I'm doing me photo etch light surrounds. Oh, that's a bit bronzed, isn't it? It's rectified. Look at that, straight there. Happy days. So yeah, I've got all my little bits that I've built so far. All my little sub assemblies are all in there. I'm going to be taking them all out later on today and putting them on there. Paint stand ready for priming. So I'm hoping to get it primed. Yeah, I'm hoping to get it primed probably, I would say, during the week, but I've got quite a few backed up builds that I need to paint. We'll see. I might end up just getting all the tracks done and all of that lot first and then painting everything in one hit. We'll see. I'd like to try and get some of the bits primed, but every time I plan something at the moment, it goes a bit Pete Tong, so...
Yeah. Well, I think go with the flow, I think, is probably the better one.
It's the operative word, Dave, isn't it, mate? Yeah.
Because you know what will happen if you say, right, I am going to do...
Yeah.
It won't get done for one reason or another.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the idea anyway, the intention. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Best laid plans and all that.
I mean, I can prepare most of what I've got on the pegs and everything because there's no real hardship. But yeah. Andy says, photo etch, what's that bottom drawer for pingage? Yeah, I am, mate. Honestly, the attention, Andy, that I'm paying to this bit of photo etch, mate, you wouldn't believe it. It's all part of the fun. Denub that in a minute. And we got another bit under here. McLeish says to you, oi, cornflake, get that desk tidied. Believe you me, mate, compared to the desk he used to have, that is immaculate, mate.
It's about as tidy as it's going to get.
Yeah.
Well, there is that bit there.
Oh, yeah.
And that never got tidied.
Was that Defiant Dave that reared his head then? That
Yeah.
was, wasn't it?
It was.
Well, impressed, mate. I haven't seen Defiant Dave for ages.
Defiant Dave strikes again.
Yeah, it's fun when Defiant Dave comes out to play.
Well, if I tidy up too much, I can never find anything once I've tidied up.
Yeah. There you go, that one. So that's a spare inner frame. And then, oh, God, Ben, look how small that bit is. Really?
Oh, is it diddly tiny?
Photo etch.
Mind you kept that clean.
I did, didn't I? How long for is another matter.
I think you know, mate.
Okay. Why do all of that shaping that bit, thinking, yeah, it's got to be bent. And that's an offcut that held two other bits together.
Oops.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah, yeah. Because the other bit is that bit there. Oh. He says, there it is. Spotted it. It's over there. So
Doing well then.
Yeah, what other things have been going on in your lives this week then? Have we been doing all our preparations for Crimbo? Or are you not even giving Crimbo any thought whatsoever? Are you going away for Christmas? Are you going to stay with family and friends? What are your Christmas plans, folks? See? Getting into the spirit of things there, Dave, then, wouldn't we?
You are.
Oh, that's scary, isn't it?
I'm impressed.
Yeah, don't tell everyone, though. They'll all talk about me.
Oh, all right.
More than they normally do.
They don't, do they?
Yeah. Of course, it's all true. There is a piece of photo etch in that pair of tweezers. Well, yeah, there you go. There was a bit of photo etch in that pair of tweezers.
You haven't. It hasn't gone.
Slightly, but I think it's landed on me. So we're now looking for the shiny bit. That sounded wrong, didn't it?
I'm not going to say a word.
No. So whilst I contemplate that, I'm going to shape the other bit. It's not gone in the drawer below because it's not open. So it's, I think, fallen on my leg. So I will investigate that shortly. Always goes well, doesn't it? So you tune in for this, folks. They don't call me Captain Pingage for nothing.
Are you sure it's Captain Pingage?
It's Captain something, isn't it, mate?
Really?
Oh, what, did you do one as well?
I thought I'd cut round the masking tape so that it would stay in place. So I pulled the masking tape and the bit that I didn't want to come away came away.
Can I do what you do to me?
Of course you can.
Man, I feel so much better now. Found it.
Hey, well done.
I was right. It was stuck on my leg. Pants says that sounded so wrong in many ways. Yeah, you know me, Pants. You're supposed to glue that in. God, how's that going to go in there?
Sounded like a wibble to me.
It's a distinct possibility. Right, pingage ensued when I last used them ones. Are they going to be any less pingable? Or do I go for the super duper?
Go for the super duper.
Photo etch and tweezers. It's so annoying, isn't it? Because you want to sand the edge. And believe it or not, I've got wax pencils over there that don't seem to pick anything up. I don't know why, but I think I've got the world's only wax pencils that don't want to pick anything up. Even though it's been sharpened plenty of times. Right, there you go. Going back to what I was saying, in this pair of tweezers is a bit of photo etch. See what I did there, Dave?
Oh, it's a good segue, mate.
That was, wasn't it?
I'll be impressed.
He says as he files the edge of the tweezers, not the photo etch. But anyway, I know what I'm intending to do, folks. Going well, Dave, isn't it? You go. Removed from the tweezers is a bit of photo etch.
Keep soldering on, mate. You'll get there.
I'm getting there, Dave, ain't I?
Yeah.
Bloody stuff. Note to self, always check the box. This is funny, though. We was joking about this recently, Dave, wasn't it, about us and photo etch. And it is something me and Dave knowingly do whenever we buy a kit. We always make sure there isn't photo etch in it.
Yeah, you go out and buy a kit, and it's like, hey, Carl, what kit? Oh, let's have a look, and you get it, and then you get that sudden shock as you see that piece of brass metal in the bottom, and you go, oh no. Yeah.
Because you had a purchase recently, didn't you? You was like, oh, I've been looking forward to this, Cole, and all of a sudden you went, ah.
Yeah.
And I went, right, you're right, Dave, you've gone very white. Yeah, he went. I said, have you got a little bit of brass in there? Might have, he says. Might have.
Yeah, because I bought the Tamiya Lotus Super 7.
Yes.
And I bought the Tamiya Lotus Europa.
Yeah.
Both kits have got photo etching.
Yeah. You were pleased, didn't you, Dave?
As you can imagine, I was ridiculed by Mr. Colin.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I do believe, though, had the shoe been on the other foot.
Oh, too right, mate.
I do believe that ridiculage would have been coming my way.
Yes.
Which I do believe it did when we opened up the E-Models builds, because I do recall when I discovered photo etch in mine, I was mocked. And then Dave opened his and found photo etch in his. And he had 2 sheets and I only had 1. So karma visited me that very day in a wonderful way. And the words that Dave called me.
But it's just, that's how it is between the two of us. You know, we outwardly mock each other as much as we can, and it can sometimes be merciless.
Yeah. Jeff says, photo etch. Everyone needs to think happy folks for non-pingage. It still happens, mate. Atoll says, Christmas this year at mine will be cancelled, and I think it's clear out. Clear out is more on the cards. Charity shops await my decisions, what they're getting. Yeah, Atoll, I can understand, mate. I won't go into the reasons why, mate, but yeah. Yeah, totally get that, mate. Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, we're quiet thing with our Christmas routine. We go round my youngest boy's place Christmas morning, and then he comes back to ours with us for the rest of Christmas Day, and that's pretty much it. It's a family thing. And, you know, it gives us a chance just to mock each other mercilessly, which normally means they all gang up on me.
Oh.
But I don't mind that, Dave. Because if they're picking on me, they're leaving someone else alone.
If they're picking on you, they're not picking on their mother.
Because they're not brave enough. I think that's why they pick on me, because it's the easier option, isn't it?
Yeah, you're the easy target.
Yeah, that's like, you know, I don't mind, you know, bring it on and all of that.
Yeah, but I'm sure you give as good as you get.
Oh, absolutely. I went to all of that, and you know something? I actually don't like that bit. Kind of prefer it without, like that one. Let's see whether or not it... Oh, Cole, you can do this.
Yeah.
I kind of like a matching. My OCD's kicked in here, Dave.
Uh-oh.
Because one of these has a cross plate on it like that. I don't know what that... Must have knocked me mouse yet again. So let's move that on there. Yeah, it's got this cross bit that sits in the middle of it. One of them has and one of them hasn't. And I think it looks a bit odd if it hasn't matched like the other one.
Oh, you got to have a matching pair.
So I ain't going to put it on. I'm being defiant.
Ooh, I was going to say, that was very defiant.
Yeah, I've been defiant. I don't want to put that on there. So I am not going to.
I'll hit you with your defiantness.
Yeah, I have an inner defiance, Dave.
Oh, cheers, Yoda.
Oh dear. Is that Mum?
No.
That Mum saying, answer your phone. Yeah. Right, don't need that. Spray a bit of that on there, let that go off. Scrape that off me mat later on.
Oh, good, isn't it?
So after all of that, I didn't use that bit because I didn't like it. But we can put all of that back in the bag of photo etchness just in case. So we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. So I can get the rest of my gubbins out. That sounded wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That sounded very wrong.
Oh dear.
Me saying I was going to get the rest of my gubbins out, Dave. Yeah.
That's no.
Yeah,
no.
that's yeah. You can't undo that.
We do not need that burnt on the back of our retina.
No, you can't undo it, Dave. Can you? It's there now, mate, isn't it?
Turd.
A turd? You're calling me a turd, Dave?
Oh yeah.
Paul D. Tommaso says, I have yet to experience the trials and tribulations of working with photo etch. Mate, you'll love it, Paul, because you get bits so microscopically tiny. Believe it or not, in there are tiny little photo etch brackets that need a 90-degree bend putting on them. See how tiny they are? Now, as you can tell, they're in this packet for a reason. It's called CBA. Yeah. It's currently our best friend, Dave, in it, CBA.
Yeah, CBA. Yeah.
And it's, yeah.
Yes. CBA comes into play quite a lot.
Of course it does. It's like, yeah, Dave, what? You've not done that, Cole? No. Why? CBA. Good man.
Yeah. Right.
Right, so let's run that on there. Where did I put those? Shifty around. Apologies for keep smacking me camera. Camera there, Cole. Try not to hit it, mate.
Yeah. Mind the camera.
See what I did there? I saw what you did.
That might work.
Got one of these bad boys. Is it that one? Yeah, that'll do. And we've got loads of those. Go on, so we can do a bit of prep work for that. And I might then be able to go for doing that. We'll see. They're cold because I can see you falling out of the chair with your stretcher. Of course, that'll cheer everyone up. And yeah. Last time I leant that far, I stacked it, didn't I? Fell out my chair, so I ain't going to tempt. No, I'm not going to tempt fate, Dave. I'm going to be good. Right, let's, because there's rather a lot of bits floating around in that tank. And I want to make sure I haven't lost any of the components. So whilst that sits and dries over there, let's move me mouse, and then I can get right in then. There you go. Panzer says, Colin running about with his gubbins out. He says, scary nightmare image. Yeah, but you thought it, Panzer. You thought about it, mate. So, yeah.
See, the worst of it is, he thought about it and then shared it with everybody.
Yeah, that makes it even more sinister, Dave, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, that's, yeah. So glad we're not him.
It jeopardises parole possibilities.
I hadn't thought of it like that, Dave, but thanks for bringing that to my attention, mate.
That's all right. That's what I'm here for.
Panzer's now sitting there going, grass.
Okay.
Right, so we've got, that's a point. I hadn't decided. Had we decided or not whether these go on and then get painted or get painted and then go on? That was the question.
Oh.
Last time, yeah. Try not to twitch, Cole, because, yeah.
Oh. So.
I can't remember what we decided. There's a camera there, Cole. Try not to keep hitting it. That's going to obscure that wheel then, isn't it? So, yeah, we'll leave them off for now. Right. That's a guide wheel. Goes that way.
I'll get the right bottle.
And it's just a matter of putting bits on pegs so that I don't, the theory being that I don't lose them, but we both know how that's going to go for me, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be Dave. What? You know, last week I said I didn't want to lose that bit. Yeah, guess what?
You lost it.
Because I have been mocking Dave this week. I've not been helping you, mate, have I?
No.
With your purchase decisions that may or may not happen. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you would no. To be fair, you did put a valid point forward.
I know.
Which has put the brakes on what I was thinking about getting, has now been delayed.
Yeah. I had a good thought, Dave, didn't I? And it potentially could save Dave money. So it's a happy day, really, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Well, yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Get that bit of glue on there because that's a bit cruddy. Not the greatest of things to fit. did the carbon fibre detail vote go to plan? I will soon find out, mate. If I remember rightly, he was on about 58%.
For what?
There was a poll on the Facebook group as to whether you should put carbon fibre decal in on your car.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm in the middle of doing the carbon fibre detailing on the rear spoiler.
There you go. So David already decided himself. Let's load the group up and have a looky, Lou, and see what it was.
I know someone said put a decal on the bonnet. I'm not so keen on that one.
74% said yes. So yeah.
Oh yeah, so we're doing the rear spoiler.
Happy days. And have there been many swear words, Dave?
There have been lots of swear words because there's lots of curves and bends and yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. So your mum's going to be very rich this year then, is she?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, there's been one or two donations to the swear box.
Good man. Nothing wrong with donations to the swear box, mate.
Right.
I like donations to the swear box. I'm going to have loads of donations to the swear box soon because I've got a set of Harlequins to paint.
Oh, yeah.
That I stupidly went and bought. And, yeah. Going to be fun, Dave. Real good fun. I am so looking forward to them. No, it's going to be good.
Is that for the Harlequins or for you?
Yeah, it's a Warhammer thing. Warhammer Harlequin troop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So as you can imagine, the figures themselves aren't big.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lots of swearage then.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a edited one and an unedited one for members and patrons.
Oh, I can imagine.
So, there you go. Like that.
I've got one on wrong.
Then I want that. Sit. Even though it says don't glue it, I'm going to because I don't want it to fall out. Much fluid is ensued, and then it leaves just the gun sit in there. Got their tiny little lugs, ain't they? Ding dong. Like that. That becomes its own entity then.
That's really cool.
There you go. Happy now. You. This is where I now put it on the stick, knock it flying, and it disintegrates. Ray Aquilina is in, says, hello, my best friends. Hello, Ray. How you doing, mate? Lovely to see you, Ray. Hope you're keeping safe and well, mate, on the island of Malta. Love to you and all your friends and family. It was nice. Always nice to see Ray.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So we got Gun of Goodness, big boomstick gun. I want to double check that I've got all the seam out on the big boomstick, so that's why that's staying there. We've then got the mount of the gun that is going to sit. I think someone said get some sprout bags or surgical gauze, if I remember rightly, to go across the front of the old tanky pops.
Oh,
So,
what, for some netting? Or,
yeah, for some netting, cargo netting down there. Panther says we rigged, I meant voted accordingly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still undecided whether to put these on or not.
Oh.
I keep picking them up and thinking I should put them on. Because I know what'll happen. You'll have it painted and you're then going to glue these on. Oh, decisions. One of those, really, yeah. Because the thing is, the paint's not going to stick, then you'd have to scrape it all off, and knowing me with my Captain Calamity shakes. Yeah, solid. Bung 'em on. I'll probably instantly regret it, but I'm radical.
Are you not being defiant and stuff?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of them. Let's just make sure I'm putting them on the correct way. Dum dum dum, because yeah, this is Festa, don't forget, folks. Okay. Right, check and double check and be double checked and checked, because yeah, make sure you've got it round the right way. And yeah, that is on the right side. Okay, happy days. Because it has that leading edge. So, and the other side, by powers of deduction, face the opposite way. So, right. He says, I'm okay, and you and your family? Yeah, we're fine, Ray. You know how it is, mate. Just chillaxing, my friend. Just chillaxing. Enjoying life, mate, because life is too short to be moany and miserable. And yeah. We've been really good with wibbling lately, Dave, as well, haven't we?
I know. I'm not quite sure what's going on.
No, I'm beginning to think that we might be unwell, mate. It's been a long while since me and thee had a good wibble.
That must mean there must be a Wibble Fest coming soon.
There's gonna be, in there. Yeah.
You know it's coming.
It is coming, isn't it?
Yeah, but who is going to Wibble Fest first?
About to be me, isn't it? Gonna be, isn't it?
I don't know. You can take one bad day at work, innit?
Yeah. Mind you, I did think you was going to have a wibble the other day after the day you had when we was chatting. Was it Wednesday?
Friday. Yeah, it was close. But
Yeah, no, I did think there was going to be Dave Wibbles ensuing, mate. I freely admit that.
But in my defence of not wibbling, there was not a lot I could really do about it anyway. So
No.
just walk away and leave it, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of them, mate, and sometimes it's just best to sort of saunter off to the walking away music, scratch your backside, and come back another day, isn't it?
Yeah. And mind you, I wonder if the guys that had to fix the problem were so enthusiastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah, why did we let him do the updates? Why didn't we get someone else? Someone else might not have spotted the issue.
Yeah, but it's one of them, innit? You know, this is the problem in that line of work. You always have this sort of issue when you don't want it.
Mm.
Can be a total pain in one's backside, can't it?
But then the argument against it is, do you want the same problem across 460 machines, or do you want it across 3?
I'd rather have it across the 3 so that you can troubleshoot it.
Exactly.
It's, you know. But then, as we all know, it's that one word that haunts everyone in IT. Windows.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all right, Dave? Do you need to compose yourself? Because I've said the word that mustn't be uttered. It's a bit like Harry Potter saying Voldemort, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that Bill Gates is Voldemort.
Yeah, you know, you sit there and you go,
it now, though, is he?
yeah, and you sit there and you go, he's just said the W word out loud. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go in on the Monday and they go, you going to tell him or am I? No, I ain't telling him. And you sit there and you think, yeah, there's an update. A Muggins has been selected. Yeah, you know it's coming. Oh, Christopher says, yeah, update to OS. Absolutely. This is why my laptop's a Mac, mate. I do like Mac OS. It's one of them, innit?
Yep.
I have the best of both worlds. I have Windows PCs and I have Mac.
I have got a Mac upstairs in the loft. I haven't used it for years. I think if I powered it up now, it'd probably have a fright.
Yeah. I've got an old iMac. Runs OS X Tiger, I think it is. It's that old. It's like...
I think... Leopard, I think.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. Good OS that was, mate. Leopard and Snow Leopard.
Oh, no. I can't remember. I think it was Leopard.
They were the last OSs that you could put Rosetta on to run old PowerPC apps. When Lion came out, they did away with that, and a lot of people weren't happy.
Really?
But it's progress. That's how I look at it. You had what was referred to as tombstoning, where PowerPC apps were rendered inoperable because Lion didn't support Rosetta, which you used to run to enable you to run these almost like in a emulation mode, is the best way of describing it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people had the arse about it because you could no longer use old programs. But it's progress at the end of the day, isn't it? You know, you have it with Adobe and Windows. Look at Windows 11. You know, some computers won't run it, you know, and you're like, oh, really? There are hacks, but as we know, hacks are only as good while you can use them. Microsoft will patch it.
Yeah.
Ray says, we had a nice day in Telford. Nice. Good for you, mate. Glad you enjoyed it. We often have this discussion. It would be nice to go, but it's just too problematic for me to travel. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice to meet up with folks, but Athol says version 10 or the updated version 11. Yeah. Well, being at his work, I would have thought you were still on 10, wouldn't you? Or are you doing 11 updates?
Well, me.
At work.
Not at the moment. We're currently running 10.
Yeah.
And we'll probably run 10 until after the upheaval of the move.
Yeah.
After that, I suppose we will start to think about going to 11, but there's but we also run quite a bit of legacy software, so
yeah, that's the thing. You normally find most businesses will always be one iteration behind, won't they? Because of older software that works, you want to make sure that the new OS is fully patched so that their software will run flawlessly, especially if it's business dependent software. You know, so
yeah, and I think we've got a couple of bits of open source as well.
Yeah, that was always the problem we had. We had it when we moved from the old Office to Office 36, was it 360, 365, whatever it was?
365.
And we came from the old Windows 7 to Windows 10, you know, it was, we're upgrading the main OS. We had a good 8 months of having it mirrored so that you could check every business sensitive application runs flawlessly before we switched, because otherwise, it would have just caused too much issues with the company. And that's always the thing in IT, Dave, in it that you're up against, because you know it's got to be done. But if it does go Pete-tong, it causes all manner of problems.
Yeah.
You get the big bosses come down then, don't you? What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah, we having a chat with the guys that do all the images and stuff, and we mentioned the Windows 11. If I said there was stony silence.
Really? Oh. Did you get the look?
And then Ed said, "Why are you swearing at me?" Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. Note to self.
Yeah.
Don't mention that again.
Did you hear that whispered voice in the background going, "Dave said Windows 11"?
Yeah, I think there was quite a bit of tumbleweed and all.
Yeah. Did you hear the record scratch? Oh.
Yeah.
Howling coyote in the background. Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah. I quite often get them crickets moments. It was like, yeah. He's only gone and said that to the boss. Yeah, I did. Bless him. Quite a visionary governor we had back then, I must admit. He wasn't afraid of taking the risk, so to speak, Dave. You know, you could say to him, no, yeah, we need A, B, C, and D, as long as you could justify it. You know, and you know what it's like when in IT, you're constantly fighting the guy with the financial purse strings, so to speak.
Oh, the bean counters.
Yeah, and you would go to the head honcho would come down. What do you guys need for the new year to get you where you need to be? So you would reel off your list. Of course, your financial director would be having kittens. Your bosses would be having kittens, but luckily for us, John and Lee, the CEO and the chairman, they were ex-IT guys. So they had a lot of experience with that, and they knew that it would always, you wouldn't come up with it just to spend their money. It would be, it's going to improve things and make things more efficient. Therefore, in the long run, it's going to be cost effective. As long as you could justify that, they would go for it.
Mm.
And I never quite understood why the other managers between me and them were always so fearful of them conversations, because never once did they turn us down for anything.
Well, as long as you can give justification for what you're asking for.
You know, and it was, we could do with this, that'll enable you to do A, B, and C. Okay, sign it off. Your boss would be there like 50 shades of white. And you just look at him, raise your eyebrows as if to say, told you.
Yeah.
And it's, I can't believe you said that. That could have backfired. When have you ever known them to turn us down? Yeah, but, and of course they would have a meeting without coffee with their boss because we had deemed it appropriate to actually say out loud that the infrastructure wasn't the greatest. And it's like, well, they've asked us a question. Surely telling them the truth is the right thing.
Mm.
Because otherwise they won't trust your judgment then, will they?
Yep.
Jeff says, yeah, it was the same when he worked in sheet metal working. Yeah. You know, and they ask these questions for a reason, you know, and you're very similar to me, aren't you? You're quite vocal and will say, yeah, you know, we could do with that because it's going to help with this.
Mm.
Yeah, all right, Dave, consider it done. Done.
Yeah, the times that they turn around and say, right, Dave, I want to ask you a straight question and I want a straight answer. They don't ask me that.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to know what's really going on or do you want me to tell you what you want to hear? Choice is yours.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, you'd see the RM doing a face palm in the background. It's like, yeah, he's not happy. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's one side.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're having a meeting. Dave, you can have the day off.
Yeah.
Why? But I want to go to the you're not required. But you.
Well, we had a new manager in, and he kind of knew what we was like with Lee and John, and he got wind that they was coming down. So he said to me and my sidekick, "Oh, you've got some leave that you need to take this quarter. Why don't you have, Thursday, Friday, have a long weekend, lads?" Straight away, my barriers went up, and I'm thinking, what's he up there? What's going on? So me being me, I messaged his head office and said, what's John's diary for the next couple of days? Oh, he's down in the South region in Basingstoke, Southampton and Arlo. That'll be why he wanted us to have the time off then, because they're coming. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that was it. So, of course, you would convince him, yeah, no worries. Yeah, we won't come in. We'll be off. He would breathe a sigh of relief and you'd just turn up. Oh, you're supposed to be an order. Oh, damn it, I forgot. Oh, well, I'm here now. Just bung it in, Lou. I'll take it next week. And you could see his chin hit the floor. It's like, yeah. Yeah, you think we're falling for that old one? Yeah. And he would try to huddle them away from you, where they go, oh, I just want to pop over and see the guys downstairs. He would be desperately trying to huddle them away. And in the end, John said to him, look, at the end of the day, Martin, we know what you're up to. Turn it in, will you?
Yeah.
Because now you're giving us the impression you're trying to hide something. And it's, yeah. It was funny.
I had a meeting with the group director
Oh, right, yeah.
and the art.
How many heart attacks did your governor have when he got wind of that one?
You could tell he was trying to find out what the meeting was about. And I was,
Right, yeah.
Oh, it's a catch up.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the point. I need to send him an email because I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you haven't been in touch a while, have you?
No.
Oh, dear. So glad I'm not you.
Yeah.
Actually,
that could be the old RM phoning me up. Dave.
Yeah, you've forgotten something.
Just as a question, what's that, mate? Have you sent Andre an email lately?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. I used to get Matt ring me up and he'd say, "You changed phone?" "No." "Have you amended your contacts?" "No." He said, "Well, I've took my phone to Apple." He said, and they said it's fine. And I go, "Yeah, I know I haven't rung you in a while." Just checking.
Really? Yeah. The first time that I forgot to send him an email, Alan came on the phone and he said, "Everything all right?" I said, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah.
"You sure?" "Well, yeah." "Oh. Have you sent an email to Andre?"
Yeah.
And then it was like, it was that, when you start kicking a invisible stone around on the floor,
Yeah.
because you're trying to decide which answer to give, knowing full well that whatever answer you give is going to be the wrong one.
Yeah.
And it was like, Dave, as you're taking your time to answer my question, I take it the answer to the question is no, you haven't. And it was like, when you've been rumbled.
Yeah. Oh, we've been busted big time, yeah.
And it's like, oh dear.
Yeah.
Why do I think this is now going to get painful?
Yeah. Yeah. Life as you knew it, Dave, changed drastically from that moment forward.
Because whatever you say after that, you just know that you're going to get roasted.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, no, I haven't. And the next question came through, why not? And you think, oh, God.
Yeah. That's when you sit there and go, that would be an ecumenical matter.
No, I can't even use that one.
Fox is in the chat saying hello. Hello, Fox. How you doing, mate?
And then you get that infamous comment of, I'm waiting for your answer.
Yeah.
You're stood there and you're thinking, whatever I say,
yeah, isn't going to go well for you, is it, Dave?
No. So I said, well, I haven't sent the email because he's a busy man and he doesn't need a noik like me. And then my phone was at arm's length from my ear because the roasting that came down the phone.
Did you develop the telephone stutter, did you, Dave?
I didn't even have that. It was like the phone was held at arm's length away from the ear and everybody was looking at me and I thought, oh dear.
Oh, bless you. Everyone said hello to Fox there. He says, morning, kids. May not chat much. Be here lurking. Hugs to all. Festa and Dave and everybody in chat. Hello, mate. Big hugs to Mum as well. Jeff
Hello,
said,
Bob.
yeah, the dreaded W word in IT, especially when it comes to its never-ending updates. This is what I always like about Apple and OS. It'll do its updates in the background. You know, it doesn't disturb you. It doesn't need you to click OK 35 million times. Are you sure you want to do the update? Click here. Are you sure about this? Oh, Windows needs to restart. It's like, oh, for God's sake. You know, with Mac, it's, oh, we've done this update whilst you was working. I hope you didn't mind, but we didn't want to disturb you. It's like, yeah. Apple do very polite updates.
Yeah.
You know, awfully sorry, but we felt the need to update this, but we didn't want to interrupt you. Hope you don't mind us telling you. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And dare I say, it works. You get an update, it works. Be good if they was to be the same with their phones, because they're always patching bugs in their phones, but their actual PC software really is second to none. So, all right, we've got ammo boxes of ammo. So we got all of them. All right, old clip fest going on. Jeff says Apple all day long for me. Yeah, I have the Apple laptops. I used to have the iMac. I had the one with the infamous capacitor problem back in the day. This is a Windows PC next to me. But all my laptops have always been Apple because I used to use it when I had the trike business going. So, you know, you used to travel to the workshop with your MacBook Pro, link it all up. You could do your CAD and all of that lot there and bring it back with you. So I just found it so stable for that alone. So that's what I used. I don't really want to put them on yet, them drive wheels. So let's get another couple of clips of goodness out. Apologies for keep tapping me mic, but my tub of clips is just to the side there. So, and then I'm gonna see about de-seaming the gun just to make sure I'm happy with that. Probably try and get some more tracks done then.
So would that mean you're keeping a track of it?
I knew that was coming. I knew that one was coming. Did I know that was coming? Right. There is a very impressive sprue holder full of bits there. Look at that lot, Dave. Cool, look at that lot. Loads.
Someone's getting busy.
Yeah, loads of bits and bobs on there. We can have all of that over there out the way. Throw them there. Then, what else do I need off of there? Six of those. Go. That's those. That was ropey thing of goodness. Look at that. Clean that up. Because this thing goes on there. So let's thing that. Jeff Light says my youngest son uses both Windows and he prefers Apple. Yeah, all for the reasons just stated. Yeah, my MacBook, I have a dual hard drive set up on there. On the back partition, I have Windows 7 and Ubuntu Linux, just in case there was ever a reason I had to boot into Windows for anything. But Yeah, that hard drive pretty much was redundant most of the time, but Mac OS for me all day long, but you still get some things that just don't want to run on it. That's the only downside, but I do prefer the environment, I must admit. It's surprising, like you say, a lot of people in graphics and design tend to use Apple. A lot of the newspaper productions and magazine productions use Apple.
Yep.
A lot of the special effects houses use it as well, so got to be something in it.
Well, I remember my time when I was at Sky, the Mac machines that they had were like the big tower machines, and you went to pick them up and you just couldn't move them because the amount of kit that was inside them.
Yeah. But it's funny, you open up the side panel on a Windows PC and it's like someone's thrown a bowl of spaghetti in it. You open up an Apple PC and everything is in parallel lines and it's OCD heaven, mate. And I like that because if they can go to all of that inside the case just to make it look aesthetically pleasing, they've spent time building that. They spent time laying it out. Everything fits nice and neat. You can see what's plugged where, why it's there, and I had a couple of machines come in from a company called SCAD. Yeah. Now, these were high-end machines. They had huge price tickets to them. Yeah. But when you took the side panels off, all of the cabling was all managed. Yeah. It was, properly laid out and and everything was in the right place, and it looked really nice in there. Joseph says, I've used Mac since 1990 and beta tested Photoshop version 1. Yeah. It's just something about the environment for me that works with Mac. So we've got a bracket that goes down on the front of there somewhere. I remember this from before, this little bit of string, so we can assemble some of them in a minute. I want to try and get another run of them bad boys done. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. So that goes down there. We're happy with that. So we'll have a bit of that on there. Because part of me is tempted. Yeah. Oh, what'll happen, because you're going to have to really lever that on to get that on there with the paint. So probably will be better off assembling that. Hold on. Right, before we go any further. Oh, before we go any further, says Dave. I need to have a tidy up. Oh. Take note, folks. Dave is having a tidy up. Now, when he looks at his camera later on and says, I had some of this coal and I don't know where it is. No, we're all right at the moment. And that'll go round there. Okay. We got that to go up underneath there. We can then close that off. We'll then sit in there. Okay. Yeah. Remember, you had to install your own motherboard and memory in new computers, yeah. Oh, no. If I remember rightly, it used to come almost like a model kit, wouldn't it, where you had to assemble everything.
Yeah, and then you had to set the interrupts.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah. Yeah. If I remember rightly, it used to come with just the BIOS, didn't it? You'd have to, pretty much do everything, didn't you?
You had to set your interrupts and your jumper settings.
Yeah. Yeah. Little bag of jumpers that you have to put on the motherboard. If you want to use one of these, put one of these in here. Yeah. Bloody
Yeah, that's
hell.
right. You had multiple hard drives. One had to be jumpered master and the others had to be jumped as slave.
Yeah, master and slave, yeah. Old IDE drives, Dave, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you remember SCSI drives?
Oh dear, yes.
The world of SCSI drives, yeah.
Yes, and scuzzy terminators.
Yeah.
Now, careful, folks. Dave has just got his chopper out on the desk.
Oh, Dave, you go careful now.
Mm-hmm.
Know what you're like with your chopper. That sounded wrong.
I'm going to do some chopping.
Good for you, mate. Yeah. Jeff says easily accessible components inside Apple. Yeah, when I did the upgrades on my MacBook Pro, mate, it's just everything's so neat and tidy and thought out is the best way of saying it. And yet anyone who's taken the side off of one of their Windows base units and been confronted by the big pool of cables that is just randomly flung in, yeah, they don't think of airflow, do they, when they put a Windows PC together?
I think of anything, really.
Paul Christopher says, catch you later. No worries, Paul. Thanks for coming in, mate. Lovely to see you about, mate. Thanks for joining us too. Always nice to see him.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. Dave reminded me of adding jumpers to set the IRQ settings. Pity if you couldn't find a jumper. Yeah. He had a little Ziploc bag with spares, yeah. The infamous code 28 error. Do you remember that of Scuzzies? Yeah. This device is in, but it's not working. Please check this. Really? Yeah. It is certainly a lot easier now to do upgrades than it once was, but again, Apple wins hands down for that. Yeah, people say you haven't got as much flexibility and you're paying a high-end price for a bit of jewellery, but you're paying a high-end price because it has been built beautifully. And all right, sometimes upgrading them, you reach the end of the upgrade possibilities with a particular model, but isn't that the same with anything? There's only so many upgrades you can do on a Windows PC before you've then got to look at the motherboard or, so there's only so much you can do. Apple gets a lot of hate because of its pricing. People are Apple envy, as we used to call it, and it's like, well, they are expensive for a reason, but I'm running, believe it or not, I've got upstairs my MacBook Pro is a late 2011 model and it still runs flawlessly. All right, it's probably 2, maybe 3 operating system upgrades behind now because it reached the end of that cycle where, the newer versions of the OS need the Bionic chip. And, my chip has reached the end of its potential it wouldn't be able to run the new OS, but it still works. You still get your security updates. It still runs all the software that's installed on it flawlessly, and it works. So why do I want to upgrade it? I don't really, because I don't need it for business now. I am thinking of migrating the Festa 67's workshop stuff all over to the MacBook and do it that way. But yeah, it just works. And my missus loves using the MacBook. She's like, gorgeous. The keyboard on it, everything. It's just so cool. But yeah, it's mine, not yours.
It was yours.
Yeah. Yeah. She hates computers. She hates the whole... She gets computer rage, Dave. Because you can bet your bottom dollar whenever she switches it on, there's a million Windows updates need doing. And yeah. So she gets the ump with it because she only wants to go on and do something quick. But no, she's where she's not used it in a while. And this is the difference with Windows and Apple. Apple would do that without disturbing you.
Yeah.
Windows does like its menu interaction, doesn't it?
Oh. Like I did an update on this one, and there was the 22H2 sat there waiting. I thought, why didn't you just install it?
Yeah. Windows needs to restart to install this. You know, Apple, you just drag the application to the applications folder, it installs, you carry on working. No, Windows is, now Windows needs to restart. Are you happy? Click. Are you sure you want Windows to well, yeah, I've just told you I do. Are you really sure? Oh, naff off and just do it. Just constitute a wibble, perhaps, Dave, do you think?
It's getting close.
It is, isn't it?
It's getting very close. Oh.
Oh dear. Dave's discovered something that he hadn't noticed on his kit, folks. That's the Dave of contemplating, isn't it, Dave? Oh, mulling, Dave.
No, if you look at the right part and look at that number, you'll get the right number. You
That's it. Cool. Lovely.
Right.
Last little bit goes in there. What we can use to lever that is then. Joseph Kelly says you had to set all those dip switches. Yeah.
Yep.
Was it the Apple Lisa that came as a bag of components and the board and everything, and you had to plug pretty much all the capacitors and everything in, and yeah, it was almost like came on a breadboard, didn't it? If I remember rightly, way back when. Was it the Apple Lisa? I'm trying to think. Many moons ago. You sat and built it, didn't you?
Not sure on that one.
Yeah. I can't remember whether it was the Lisa or whether it was an earlier version, but it was pretty much a big old board that you plugged all the components into, then run the cable from the board to whatever you was using as your output, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. Yeah, Jeff, it is. Windows is it's a very patronising OS, isn't it? It's like, you know, not everyone's an amoeba that uses a computer, but Windows seems to think you are, and it's like, yeah, do you really know what you're doing? Naff off, Bill. There's plenty on there now. All that and half stink. Yeah. Ross has made a start on decorating. Good man. Guru says, I had an Akai S2000 sampler that had a SCSI drive for a CD reader add-on, and I was like, what the hell is that? Yeah. My first CD rewriter was a Yamaha CD rewriter, and that was a SCSI. That was the one that kept throwing up the infamous Code 28 error. It was like, yeah, it's in there. Used to forget it was a CD rewriter.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's like, what do I do? What do I do? It's like, you're a CD rewriter, you should know what to do. Yeah. Although the motherboard said it supported SCSI drives, it was probably a step too far for that particular motherboard. And it was a Packard Bell. Mm. Or Packard Hell, as we used to call them. Yeah. You'd get someone come in, I've got this trouble with my PC at home. Okay, what is it? Expecting them to say what the problem was, and they go, it's a Packard Bell, and you go, well, okay, yeah.
Therein lies your problem.
Therein is the issue. Well, it's not that bad. I got it cheap. Ah. Yeah. You never used to tell them to switch it off and on again. You just used to say, just switch it off.
Now, I'm sure some of them at work think, when they say, my PC at home, and they're kind of expecting you to say, oh, well, bring it in.
Yeah, bring it in and I'll fix it. And it's like, yeah, that ain't going to happen.
No, bloody fear.
Knock your headlight.
Why don't you do this, and this? Oh, but can't you do that?
Yeah.
I can. But
Yeah.
I'm not going.
You sit there and go, that would be an ecumenical matter. Ah, that's where it came from.
I'm not touching your PC.
Yeah, it's like, it's your computer. It's not mine. Not my problem.
I've been down that road before where I've been accused of breaking someone's personal PC when all I'd done was install some antivirus software on it.
I had one, Dave, IT call desk. Never forget it. Been trying to open this file for the last hour. It won't open. Okay.
Right.
I'll remote access in. Remote access in. Right. What's the file? It's on this USB drive.
Right.
Okay. One, you shouldn't be putting a USB to. So you'd say, well, I'm going to make sure I disable these bad boys. What's the particular file? Oh, it's my oddity photos. I was trying to show the girl in the office. You've rung the help desk for that. Okay. Yeah. Usually it would end, it'd be the polite or the unpolite version of go away. Yeah.
Yep.
Jeff says you'd get a CD-ROM game and the sound wouldn't work right until you opened it, opened the case and connected an additional wire from the CD drive to the ISA card and the motherboard. Fun times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How many times did people forget to do that when they put a CD player in? CD works, but the audio don't. Yeah. You know that grey lead with the little black plastic caps on it? Yeah. Plug that in. No, it's in the box.
What's it doing in the box?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to put it in.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be why you've got no audio, mate. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, that really. Yeah.
Does that mean I've got to open it all up again?
Yeah, and you'd get home, wouldn't it? Especially when it was the old C64s and that. You would get home, wouldn't it? You would load a game. You'd go and have your dinner whilst the game was loaded. You'd finish your dinner. You'd go upstairs. The game was still loading. You'd get half your own work done. And then all of a sudden it would go, unable to open file. You'd be like, yeah.
What's it? On my Commodore Amiga.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
There was an F1 game that had 4 discs in it.
Yeah.
And you couldn't start playing it until all 4 discs had been loaded.
Yeah.
And it was like one in, one out, one. And I thought, I've had enough of this. I went out and bought 3 external drives and had them daisy chained.
I still have in a box I think it was 12 or 16 disc copy on floppy of Microsoft Access 2.
Oh, blimey. I can remember doing an Office install for Office 4.3 professional,
Yeah.
it was either 52 or 53 diskettes.
Yeah.
How many times did I fall asleep when I was doing those installs?
Oh, yeah, because it was the world's slowest read rate, wasn't it?
Oh, God, it was awful.
That distinct sound of a floppy disk scanning the disk before it loaded it.
Oh.
Bzz, 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 bzz. Yeah.
Or the handshake noise of a modem firing up.
Do you remember when you was copying a file and you used to get each individual file flutter from one side of the screen?
Oh, yeah.
Slowly over to the other, and my briefcase. Do you remember that?
Oh, blimey, my briefcase. God.
My briefcase.
What about that?
Yeah.
My briefcase. Good
Also,
grief.
it's still got a box that's got Netscape Navigator in it, Dave.
Netscape Navigator.
Yeah. But you used to buy a computer with it. You got your FreeServe, your AOL disk, Ask Jeeves, wasn't it? Yell. What was the other one?
Excite, was it?
Excite. Yeah, Excite. That was it. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Been in the industry far too long.
Yeah.
Far too long.
But I honestly think computing, Dave, was more fun back then.
It was challenging because you had to work stuff out as to IRQ settings, jumper settings, interrupt settings.
Yeah.
And installing software, you couldn't always just install software. Sometimes you had to install stuff in a particular order.
Yeah. You had to prepare the computer for software installation. Yeah.
Yeah. What about F-Disk?
Oh, yeah. Oh, now you're talking, yeah. Yeah, if you wanted to upgrade a hard drive, Dave. Do you remember Clone CD and Norton Ghost?
I remember Ghost because we used to use Ghost at Sky.
Yeah.
Because I think F-Disk was the precursor to DiskPart.
Yeah. Well, it was an old DOS app, wasn't it?
Yes.
Brings back memories, Dave, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's right, because when you did a machine back then, you had to install DOS first.
Yeah.
And then install Windows above it, on top of it.
Was it DOS 6, wasn't it? And then you put in Windows, because my Packard Bell, when I got it, came with DOS 6, and it had Windows 3.1 with File Manager and Program Manager back in the day.
I think I can remember sending machines out when I was at Dell. DOS 5.1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Candygram says, Archie, go for an FTP. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're showing our age now, aren't we?
FTP. Oh, bloody hell, yeah, that's about it. Oh.
And do you remember when you loaded a website, Dave, and it would be building the image layer by layer?
Yeah, or line by line.
Yeah, because every bloody website back then had really bad early shockwave flash animations, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Flashing buttons on websites when that was a thing.
Yeah, and using lap link to copy over from one machine to another.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can remember if you wanted to go online, you had to buy a modem card. Do you remember them? The 56k modem. And it would be, have you finished on the phone to your mother, love? Only I want to go on the internet. Because it was dial-up, wasn't it? And you had that dial-in tone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the fun times were good.
Oh.
Right.
To be fair, I miss those days now because
Yeah, it was a laugh, wasn't it?
it was. What are you doing? I'm building a PC.
Yeah, and they would look at you and go, you mad? Yeah.
What are you doing, Dave? I'm installing Office 4.3.
Yeah.
All right, see you in a couple of hours. Yeah, can you bring me a cup in about an hour, will you? I'll still be here.
Josh is in from Ryesdam Design. Hello, Josh. How you doing, mate?
Hello, Josh.
Another person from the other side of the world, other side of the pond. How you doing, Josh? Hope you're keeping well. Hope the family and your friends are all safe and well, buddy. Always nice to see Josh in. Right. Shall we go for round 2 of putting this on?
Oh, excuse me.
Because I am clumsy and I knock that off with my big clumsy barnacle hands.
Oh no, not Mr. Clumsy.
Yeah, Captain Calamity struck again, Dave. Josh says, I'm sick. Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. You haven't got the Velociraptor, I hope, Josh. You've not got C19, I hope, mate, because I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
No.
So, yeah, my sister had that, and, yeah, it really knocked her for 6, bless her. She's home now. Bless her. He says his family are all good. Good. Glad to hear it, Josh. Glad to hear it, mate. Always nice to see you in. And to saying hello to Josh as well.
Yeah, and the fanfare release of Windows 95.
Yeah, it came out in a big blaze of glory, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I know. Who woke up the natives?
It's kids over the way on the green, mate. Letting the world know they're there.
As kids normally do.
Absolutely, mate. That was us once, Dave, wasn't it? Well, it's us now, isn't it? We're still 7, let's be honest.
Want to grow up?
No, I don't want to grow up. Why should I? Tried it once, didn't like it.
No, this being an adult and a grown-up lark is not as much fun as being a kid.
No, it's not all it's cracked up to be, Dave, is it?
No, I'm
Paul's off. He's going to go and make Dawn her coffee and grab a few more Z's. Take care. See you later. You take care, Paul. Love and hugs to Dawn, mate. And
okay, mate.
See you on the next one, mate.
Yep.
Pardon me. Belching away there. Boomstick, Dave.
Uh-oh.
I like boomstick. Boomstick. Sherman. Sherman.
Sherman?
Sherman. Sherman. Right. So let's put that there somewhere safe. Oh, we then have there's a little bracket that goes on its arrows, isn't there? That was what I was hunting down in there before I knocked my light off. Where is it? God, that's tiny. Turd.
Shouldn't laugh.
It's all right.
Shouldn't laugh, but
You'll be doing your truck in a few days. I'll get you back.
oh, I'm sure you will.
There you go. That is a bracket. This is going to go really well. I can see it now. Let's figure out where it goes. It goes right on its Aris on there. Okay. So. Dab. There. I remember, says Fox, when AOL chat was new and the idea of being in a room was other people's mind-blowing. Yeah, ASL, yeah. Do you remember them sinister chat rooms in Outlook Express that you always avoided like the plague?
Oh, God, yeah.
Full of trolls, wasn't it? That's when trolling first started on the internet, wasn't it? Dare I say it, the perils of the internet started becoming apparent to those of us in IT at the time that saw that sinister thing start developing, Dave, wasn't it? And yeah.
Didn't take long.
No, it didn't. And you'd be like, yeah. And all the bosses would be panicking, make sure no one at work has access to that sort of thing, please. Yeah. You spent more time then closing features of Windows off than doing anything constructive because you had to stop the end user accessing things like that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like when people discovered Free Cell and Solitaire, wasn't it? It was like, yeah, let's go in and make sure all the games are disabled on the system. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, and Solitaire, when it first came out, and you had the device known as a mouse.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, it was a very good educational tool for getting their hand and eye coordination working properly.
Yeah. Well, it was so I wouldn't say radical, that's probably too strong a word, but I can remember having to show people what a mouse did, how to use it, you know, what it was for. Because people looked at it and they're like, what is this? What is this fandangled tomfoolery I see before me?
Yes, and when you pressed the button on the CD and the tray came out, this is not a mug stand.
Yeah, you used to have that program, didn't we, at IT, the DIY Coke can holder. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Anyone new to IT, you'd say, run this for us. What's that? That's the DIY Coke can holder. We haven't installed it on your PC. So they would click it and their tray would go bzzz. They'd just look at you and go, really? Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world of IT.
Welcome to our world.
Yeah. Why is it IT departments back then were always in the basement?
I don't know.
It's like they wanted us out of the way, wouldn't it? It's like, yeah, don't want to go down there. That's where the IT folks are. They're a different breed down there. They're not like you or I. Yeah, thank Christ.
I've no idea. It was always in the basement, or more commonly known as the bunker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very often I've got to go to IT. Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah. Never had natural daylight, did we? It was always the basement.
No, you don't want to go down there. There is IT.
Yeah. Anyone getting shown around the building, they were doing about time. What's down the end of that corridor? That is no man's land. That's where the IT department is. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be going down there. Unless you can grow a decent neck beard. Wouldn't have it any other way, though. We got left alone back then, Dave.
Now,
to a degree.
That's the question. If I had my time again, would I go into IT?
Oh, that's a good question. Yes, I would actually, but I think I would actually, because we have seen some really radical things in our time. And it's been a good journey, don't get me wrong. But would I want to do it in the modern world? I don't know.
No, no, it would have to be when I dropped into IT.
Yeah.
I dropped in. When did I drop in? I dropped in 96, I think it was.
Yeah.
No, it was earlier than that. It was 92.
Yeah.
Because it was 96 when I went to Sky and I was already in IT.
Yeah.
92. God, blimey.
Around about a similar time then.
Yeah, I've done 30 years.
Ryston says now if they read the chat, oh, what have we done? What have we missed? Yeah, he said if you want to catch Foxes, yeah, at him, and it puts his name in an orange box. Yeah, if you want to get our attention, mate, just do an at Josh, because we are trying to build kits, mate. I mean, if you want us just to sit and read chat, we'll sit and read chat, but yeah. Ryston says, so Dave, are you interested in being on these Meet the Modeler interviews? There you go.
Oh, blimey. I don't know.
There you go.
Never really thought about it,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Foxy's saying, yeah, we are focusing on building. We dip in out of chat as and when. But yeah, if you want our attention like that, Josh, if you do an at Festa 67's workshop or an at Model Maker Dave, it puts our name in the big gold box, mate. Because, yeah, we are trying to build the kits as well as keep one eye on the chat. But, yeah, because I've been interviewed by Josh a couple of years ago now. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's up to you, mate. It's your invitation.
I will have a think about it. But thank you for the invitation. I'll have a think and I will let you know.
Absolutely. Ray's off. He's got to pop off. See you later. See you later, Ray. No worries, mate.
What
else is there? Matthew Wall says it's 2:30. It's time for a Guinness. There you go. Yeah, Paul's gone. He's gone off to do, what's his name? But yeah. I don't know. He's been in 5 minutes and telling us off for not reading his chat out. Dear, oh dear. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Don't take them long to have a go at us, does it?
No.
Yeah. Right, A45 on the back one, so I've got to find the front one now. It's getting there. Right. But yeah, he's done quite a lot of them interviews, and I must admit, I do find it interesting seeing, putting names to faces after all these years, you know, and you do see some really interesting builders out there. That is cool to see them. Right, did I put a bracket on the front of there or not? I don't think I did, so it's saying there is one. But certainly not on there. That's the wing nut for it. Okay. There's not one on there. Is there something remarkably similar that I can steal off of one of the other sprues? Dum 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 dum. That's the adjustable drive wheel. Kevin says afternoon to Fox. He says that was nearly as bad as going into quality control, Cole, the IT centre. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the QC department. For me, it was, he's going to accounting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was, whoa. He's been summoned for finance. Yeah. And you'll be going, yeah, he's put his expenses in and they're going to bat it back. And you could see him walking along the corridor. And we would start humming the walking away music. They'd be like, yeah, look at him. Look, he's had his expenses turned down. He don't know what to do. His wife's got to spend all the money thinking that he was getting paid all these expenses. Yeah.
Yep.
And you'd be taking on bets. What's he going to tell her? Is he going to tell her?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
You can't do that, love. Right, I didn't get my expenses paid.
Why didn't you get your expenses? Well, you go back and tell them. Yeah.
Yeah. You go and sort them out.
Yeah. Because if you don't, I will come in and tell them myself. Yeah, good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Many a time you would sit there and go, oh, God, I've got to go and tell the missus now that my expenses ain't gone in. Yeah. Love, you know that new kitchen you wanted that you can't have?
You can't have it now. But I've ordered it. Well, unorder it then.
Yeah. Yeah. I am going to be embarrassed if I have to go, well, you've got a choice. Be embarrassed or be skint. You can't have both.
One or the other.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I found out 20 minutes ago, love. So it's taken you 20 minutes to come and tell me. But I had to pluck up the courage. Bless. Right, let's drop that handle onto there. Have you some of that. Right, where did I put it? It's over there. Dum 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 dum. Luckily for me, there was still a bit on there, so that can now hopefully go on there like that. There you go. Kevin's saying hello to Ross. Hope all's well. Yeah, this is fine.
Oh, excuse me.
You're suitably excused, Dave.
Thank you.
And that sits round about there, like that. I just used a bit of super glue, Dave, and didn't stick myself to anything. Notice how proud I am of that. That's quite sad, really, isn't it? Right, so we got that on there. Got that to go on there.
You know, you were saying about OCD.
Yeah.
I think I've just had a bout of OCD.
Oh, go for it. Tell me all about it.
Well, I was looking up at the paint rack and I thought German grey doesn't go on the left-hand paint rack. It goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
I looked at where it should have gone on the one in front of me, and black grey was there, and somehow I'd gotten round the wrong way, and I just had to stand up and.
I spent last night, Dave, about 25 minutes turning all my Citadel pots so that the labels all faced the same angle.
Yeah.
And then once I'd done that, I had to do the Vallejos, and yeah. Ross says the last of my new toys should arrive by 8 p.m. tonight. He says to Kev, "Oh, nice."
Ooh. What toys are you getting?
Yeah. Rysdom says to Fox, "Are you interested on being on Meet the Modeler?" Fox would turn up for the opening of an envelope, Josh. Any chance of pimping himself and talking about himself, he'll be there for, mate. That's why we love him so much.
But if you do an interview with him, you must introduce him as Princess.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Any opportunity at self-pimpage or anything like that, he will be there, mate. We mock him continuously. And there he is. Sure, he says, I'm always happy to do stuff like that. Plus, I'm utterly mercenary. Yes, he is. You sit there, Josh, and say, "Rightio, Fox, tell us all about yourself." Honestly, you could go out and repave your front drive, mate. And you'll come back many hours later and he will still be going, mate. So you're on for an easy day, Josh.
It's the only model maker I know that's got a nuclear power cell either side of his jaw.
Put it this way, right? Not saying that he's vain at all. And this is all done in the best possible taste. Me and Fox are good mates. But if there was such a thing as a mirrored windscreen for a car, Fox would have the mirror on the inside so that he could watch himself as he drove. Bless him.
Yeah.
He'll now be calling me all of the names, Dave, won't he? Right.
Well, I'm sure he still uses hairspray on his hair so it keeps it all in focus when he goes on camera.
Oh, no, there is a procedure, Dave, before he goes live that I'm privy to.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, there is a procedure that he goes through every time before he goes live.
Oh, do tell.
Oh, I shall fill you in when we come off air, Dave. But it is a set routine, and it is quite funny.
Yeah, knowing Fox, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it is so comical. He says, "Was that the sound of a briefcase opening?" Absolutely, mate. But yeah, and we love him for it. You know, we do wind him up at every opportunity, and he does take it well.
Oh yeah.
And if I didn't do it to him, I know for a fact he would do it to me. So, right, well, that was what I was gonna do. Put them together. Then we shall come off at 3 o'clock because it's 10 to 3 now.
Oh, great.
So we'll get a couple of the wheels done. Then we'll call it a show then.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's it. Why don't you smack the microphone?
Dave.
Yeah.
Do you want to smack that microphone, mate?
Would you want me to do it again?
Yeah, go on, mate. And so it begins.
No, I was gonna flick my finger on it, but I know you got your earphones in.
That's all right. You do what you got to do, mate. Fox says, "Oh no, I hate watching myself." Yeah, I don't watch any of my stuff. I hate it. And that's caught me out many a time because Fox will message me and goes, "Do you realise if you had watched that video, you would have spotted this or this or this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but it would have meant watching my own content." And yeah. caught me out many, many times because I used to film and just put the video up. I didn't used to edit it because I couldn't bear watching myself. And after many naggings from the guru, yeah, he would say, yeah, you might want to, mate, because, yeah. I actually redeemed myself. I was in his good books yesterday because I did voluntary pimpage, Dave.
Hey.
Yeah. I know.
What voluntary pimpage was this then?
Oh, I updated some pictures and uploaded photographs of my work in progress. And, yeah, because someone was nagging me on the frolic. Yeah, no. And, yeah, and it's my worst thing. So I said, oh, I'll make a better effort next year. He said, you've been saying that for the last 5 years. Damn, he's picked up on it.
Mm.
So I need to change tack now and think of something else as a New Year's resolution. So I did voluntary pimpage and I got this rather sarky message back. There's a good boy. See? Not really. So, Josh, he gives me just as good as I give him, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Ross says, I've never watched one of my own streams. That's all right, mate. You're not missing much. See what I did there, Dave?
I asked for that. Cool.
He did, didn't he? He did. I mean, what did he expect? Come on. He left that door wide open, and I know he would have said it to me, so...
Yeah.
Box says, I never watch my own streams, but I always watch the final edit of my videos to make sure I haven't missed any goofs or spelling. Yeah, that's something that you taught me to do, mate, because I wasn't aware of the computer fans and things like that in the background because I'm as deaf as a bloody post. And Box was like, what is that noise in the background of your videos, mate? So I don't bloody know. Don't watch them. I got the missus to come in, and it's the first thing she said, computer fans squeaking. She said, you either want to change it or oil it. So that'd be why. She said, well, you're not going to hear it. Oh, okay. So that was it. And then, like I say, you know, many parpages later, you know, it's like, yeah, I better edit them out, I suppose. Well, you didn't give it a fault back then, did you? Because it was like anything when you're new to YouTubing and making video content, you don't think of everything, do you? You just put the video up and forget about it. And, yeah. All this fandangled editing and that. I mean, really? Yeah. It's just so complicated, Dave, isn't it?
Yeah. Why do we have to do it?
Yeah. It's all Fox's fault. He made us do it, didn't he?
Well, it's all your fault. I have to do it.
Yeah. I accept. God, you threw me straight under that bus then, didn't you?
The bus didn't get a chance to do an emergency. Well,
yeah, it's all my fault. But then you could say it's all Fox's fault that I'm doing this, him and Tony.
So ultimately, it's Fox's fault why I'm doing it then.
Yeah. Well, he did it to me, I did it to you. The problem is, unlike me, he hasn't stopped nagging me. He just keeps nagging me and nagging me and nagging me and... Which is probably why you're so bad at pimping as well, because you're following my example, aren't you, mate?
Yep. Well, I'm probably worse than you now because you do pimpage.
Yeah. Yeah. It's only because I want some bloody peace and quiet, Dave. Fox says, my golden rule, if I can't make it through one of my own videos, no one else will either. Yeah. Yeah, but it's a bit like, you know, if you've gone to a wedding and someone's videoed the wedding and you see yourself on video, don't you? And you're like, oh God, You know, none of us like it. None of us like being photographed. And when you do this, you know, do you watch it back? An interesting question then, Josh, if you're still in. Do you watch your own interviews back that you've done for other modelling? You know, anyone else out there that's a YouTuber watching this, how many of you watch your own content? Panzer comes in on the Philip Prime show with us. Do you ever watch them shows back, Panzer, so that you can listen to your dulcet tones? This is where everyone goes, yeah, watch them all the time, mate. Don't know what's up with you.
No.
Do you watch your own content, Dave?
Only when I'm doing the video editing.
Yeah.
Once it's ready to go up onto YouTube, that's it. I'm done with it. I don't watch it again.
No. See, I hate my accent. I really do. Whereas other people love it. I can't stand it. Does my canister.
I don't like the way I sound, and so it's not a lot I can do about it.
No. Yeah, it is one of them, isn't it? You're just like, yeah. Right. Having took that track out of that jig, I shall put it back again.
It's a pity I can't find someone to do a voiceover for me.
Oh, mate, I'll do it for you, but it would go horribly wrong. You know it would.
Yeah.
Panzer says, I only ever watch the shows I've missed. Yeah. Yeah. But no, I don't watch my own content. I still pinch myself that people enjoy what I do. You know, it is very humbling, Dave, isn't it, all of this? You know, because we do it because we enjoy it. I mean, I set my channel up as a legacy channel because, So when people actually take the time to watch your content and give you nice feedback and, it's very humbling. It really is. And it makes it worth your while doing it. Yeah, I can't watch my own content. Matthew's off. He says, tell our folks, catch you later, Matthew. We're coming off air now anyway, so we're wrapping up for the show for now. Let's put them away, and then we'll give you a quick rundown on what we've been up to. So I've got the turret all assembled, ready for priming. Just go round and buff up and get rid of any glue marks that may be lurking. Same with that. Ready for priming.
Better do an update for the channel. I haven't posted anything for 2 months.
And then we've got all of our pre-assembled stuff ready for priming. Saves me from losing it all. So all I've got left to do now... all I've got left to do is make all the tracks, 76 parts per side. So that's what I'm going to be doing next week when we come on. I'll be sitting doing my tracks and I'll be loving every minute of it. How have you done, Dave?
I've done all right, actually. I've got quite a bit assembled on the underside of the car. I'm just cleaning my glasses and I'll...
No, you carry on, mate.
So we have the beginnings of the underside of the car being completed.
Yeah.
The rear end is more done than the front end.
You keep your rear end out of it.
Me wheelies are all stuck on the lollipop stick, ready for spraying.
Happy days.
The tub's masked so that I can do the spraying for the back seats. Seats are done.
Nice one.
And that's it so far. Oh yeah, and the body shells had another spray today.
Yeah.
But I'm going to leave that for sort of 48 hours and let the paint dry properly before
Yeah.
I start marking it up, because I tried that earlier on and started pulling paint off.
Absolutely. Boxer was saying he never watches his own streams. He always watches a final edit of the videos to make sure he hasn't missed goofs or editing errors. It's just a quality control. He says his golden rule is if he can't make it through one of his own videos, no one else will either. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've got a point there.
Panther said he only watches shows he's missed unless someone points something out to him that he didn't notice at the time. Happy days. So I think we'll leave it there for today, Dave, didn't you, mate? We've had a good old yatter.
Yes.
I'll be on later on with Fox over on the Model Making Gurus channel for a bit more Warhammer Sunday, where we'll be doing a bit of painting again on the Lehman Russes. And me and you all see folks hopefully this Wednesday on eModels' channel for some Workbench Wednesday for the folks at eModels, where we'll be doing our trucks. So tune in for that, folks, and we'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, and we'll see you later on. Bye for now, folks.
Bye, everyone.